Hello, everyone. My name is Adam, aka Fleisenberg, and I would like to welcome you to the 270 Competitive League. 270 is a political strategy game that can be found in Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, as well as on Steam. This game puts you in the shoes of a campaign manager as you pick a candidate and try to win the presidency. This league has competitors from all around the world, players that are new to the game, players who have been playing the game since it first came out back in 2017, players who know each other in the 270 community that you can find on Facebook. I will post the link to the game and to the 270 Community Lounge in the description. In this video, we will go over Season 1 of the Competitive League, as well as meet all competitors from all three divisions. In Season 1, each player will play an opponent from their division one time, so everyone plays each other once. At the end of the season, there will be a championship event where the top two ranked players from each division will play in a championship match to declare an inaugural champion in each division. Season 1 ranking considerations, total victories, and nature of victory. So, for nature of victory, forfeits count as a submission win and gives more weight to the victor. It does not impact the loser. So, if someone makes someone forfeit, that factors into ranking. For example, if a couple people are fighting for that top rank and they have the same record, we will look at submission victories, and that will go to whoever has the most submission victories. If submissions are also tied, we can go into the electoral vote differential in their games that they won. How big did they win against some of the top people in their division? After Season 1, all-time performance and current season performance will be considered in ranking. For example, if someone has a sluggish or middle-of-the-road Season 1, they do not have to make up all of those wins in Season 2. Even if they can't pass someone in all-time record, if they are on fire in a season, that is considered in ranking and they could earn a title shot in Season 2 or beyond. Divisions are subject to change. Champions will have the option to move up a division after consecutive title defenses, if applicable, as well as people who are struggling, and if they have poor records for consecutive seasons, they may drop divisions. Here are three divisions. You have the cruiserweights, the bruiserweights, and the heavyweights. In the cruiserweight division, this season we have 7 competitors. They get 2 minutes per turn, and they use B or C tier candidates. I will explain tier ranking here shortly. In the bruiserweight division, Season 1 competitors, there are 12 of them. They get 3 minutes per turn and can use A or B tier candidates. And finally, the heavyweight division. This season, we have 8 competitors. They get 5 minutes per turn and can use S or A tier candidates. Here is a big list of candidates. You don't need to know all of this, but just wanted to show you that the community over time has ranked and given a tier to all of these candidates based on the bonuses that they have, the negative hits to bonuses that they have. And you can see for the heavyweights can use those S tier candidates listed and A tier candidates listed. The bruiserweights can use the A or the B tier candidates listed. And finally, the cruiserweights can use B or C tier candidates. You can see this game has many options. There's even more than this as far as candidates go. Let's introduce the cruiserweight division. Starting off is Erin, aka the Big Lewinsky, coming from North Carolina. She is a 270 rookie. She's a photographer, and through a lot of participation in new player tournaments and other tournaments, she is growing very quickly in this game. Next up, we have Norlito, aka Sugadom. He is from the Philippines, also a 270 rookie. He is a teacher, and this is his first time participating in any player-run tournament or league. Next up, we have Matt the Crusher coming from Nebraska. His favorite candidates are Pete or Tulsi because of their bonuses. Favorite wrestler of all time is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and favorite game as a kid, Need for Speed. Next up, we have Ocean, the Irish car bomb from Ireland. He is another 270 rookie. He took second place in a recent new player tournament, and his 270 pickup line is, "Are you the swing state bonus? Because everyone wants you." Next up, we have Marcos, the Midnight Rider, coming from Florida. His favorite game growing up was Risk. He has recently joined more tournaments and is quickly improving his game. His persona pickup line be, "Whether you light one lantern or two, I'll be there for you." Next up, we have Brendan, the School King from Oregon. He has played this game for years, but only against AI, so he is just starting to play against real people. His favorite band is Selena y los Dinos, a Tejano band, and his favorite game growing up was playing Monopoly with his grandparents. And finally, closing out the cruiserweight division is Samuel, aka X-Man, from Virginia. He is a 5-year 270 vet. He is currently a college student and has a deep fascination and knowledge of other cultures. Let's get into the cruiserweight division. Starting off, I'll introduce myself, Adam, aka Fleisenberg. I'm from Minnesota, the commissioner of the league. I am a strategy game nerd, and my dream job as a kid was to be a baseball player or a WWE wrestler. Next, we have Peter, aka Triple S, from the United Kingdom. His favorite candidate is Margaret Thatcher. He is a certified Swiftie, and his favorite game growing up is SmackDown vs. Raw. Next, we have Sam, aka Fancy Pelosi, from New York. He is a 5-year 270 vet. His dream job as a kid was to be a politician, and his 270 pick line is, "Want to see if we can get Old South in 2 rounds?" Next up, Alex, aka Professor Scoundrel, a 270 veteran. He is an educator. He wishes for snow days and doesn't believe in extra credit. Next up, Nehemiah, aka Heinz Mayo, from Washington, USA, a 5-year 270 vet. Can play Magic the Gathering and win 270 games at the same time, and his 270 pick line, "Want to see if we can get Old South in 2 rounds?" Next up, Brandon, aka Babe Lincoln, from Colorado. He is a 270 community veteran who runs many tournaments, including a really fun tournament called Blind Bet. He freed the slaves and loves to rave. Next up, Brandon, aka Big Mac, from Mississippi, another 270 community veteran, voted by Triple S as the most feared bruiserweight, and he doesn't work when it rains. Next up, we have Frank the Tank from Queens, New York. He is a 270 rookie. He's a strong candidate for the 270 Community Rookie of the Year and was a sleeper draft pick in the Player Ran Team League. Next up, Scotty, aka Legal Eagle. He's from Massachusetts, currently serving in the U.S. Army. Thank you for your service, Scotty. He is stationed in Germany and just returned to 270 after a long hiatus. Next up, we have Liam, aka Emos Lort, from British Columbia, Canada. His favorite candidate is JFK. His dream job as a kid was a YouTuber, and his 270 pickup line is, "Are you the Old South? Because I want to pip in you." Next up, we have Noah, aka The Taxman, a 270 veteran, co-host of the 2024 270s award show, uses his math skills to his advantage in 270. The only thing certain in life are death and taxes. Next up, we have Greg, the French Reaper, from Paris, France. He is a 270 rookie. He won the recent new player tournament and is mentored by fellow bruiserweight Triple S. Now on to the heavyweight division. First off, we have Nishanth, aka the Prodigy from India, voted 2024 270 Rookie of the Year, mentored by fellow heavyweight Rishabh, the Aggressive Progressive, who we will meet shortly. And he was upset to learn that he was voted a heavyweight. Next up, we have Brett, aka Steiner Recliner from Illinois, member of the 270 community for 4 years, very active in tournaments as well as leading his own tournaments. And in fact, he was upset to learn that he was voted a heavyweight. Not Nishanth, the Prodigy knew he'd be a heavyweight. And here he is, Rishabh, aka the Aggressive Progressive, also from India, an engineer, 270 veteran who has mentored great players, including Nishanth, the Prodigy. He is a winner of many tournaments. Next up, we have Eric, aka the Ecuadorian farmer from Wisconsin. He's a 270 veteran, known to use every second of his turn timer. You will see his games go on very long, and he is the only competitor that was unanimously voted into the heavyweight division. Next up, we have Supan, aka the Photo Finisher from Australia. Supan is a 270 legend and Hall of Famer. He is a player, mentor, and community leader and has been voted the nicest member of the 270 Lounge. We have Zach, aka Donut Glazer. He's from Pennsylvania. He's a veteran and commissioner of the long-standing ADP tournament and comes up with unique tournaments. He entered the 270 Hall of Fame at the 2024 270 Awards and runs a social game based on the circle that mixes the social game with 270. That last, Boston, aka Crimson Bamboo from California. He loves pandas. He talks smack and loves to stir the pot. Very active in the 270 community as a player and tournament commissioner. Last but not least, we have Adam, aka Blue Koala. He is from Indiana. He is an attorney, voted the second coolest Adam in the 270 community, and he is a quality player. Now, finally, that concludes the players from every division. I would again like to welcome you to the 270 Competitive League. Watch this week for amazing matchups from each division, as well as concluding the week with an overview on the progress of the standings and rankings so far.